How did the US and USSR use ideology in the Cold War? Have you ever wondered how two superpowers could be so different in their beliefs and actions? The Cold War was a time when the United States and the Soviet Union clashed not just militarily, but ideologically. At the heart of this conflict were two opposing worldviews, communism and capitalism. The Soviet Union represented communism, while the United States stood for capitalism and liberal democracy. The Soviet Union promoted communism, which focused on collectivism. This means that the working class should own and control the means of production. The idea was to create a society where everyone was equal without class distinctions. The Soviet Union aimed to spread this ideology globally, viewing it as a way to achieve social justice. They supported communist parties and movements in various regions, including Eastern Europe, Asia, Africa, and Latin America. Often, they installed or backed governments that aligned with their communist principles. On the flip side, the United States championed capitalism and liberal democracy. This ideology emphasized individual rights, private property, and free markets. The United States framed communism as a threat to freedom, portraying it as authoritarian and repressive. This perspective justified their policy of containment, which aimed to stop the spread of communism beyond its existing borders. The United States provided economic and military aid to countries resisting communist influence and supported democratic governments worldwide. Both superpowers used their ideologies to rally domestic support. The ideological conflict was not just about political and economic systems. It was about competing visions for the future. The Soviet Union saw itself as the leader of a global revolution to overthrow capitalist exploitation. Meanwhile, the United States positioned itself as the defender of freedom against totalitarianism. This ideological battle extended into the arms race. Each side sought to prove the superiority of its system through military strength. The buildup of nuclear weapons and conventional forces was justified as necessary for protecting their ideological causes. The United States and the Soviet Union engaged in a fierce competition to develop and stockpile these weapons, believing that military might was essential for their respective ideologies. In summary, ideology was central to the Cold War. The Soviet Union used communism as both a guiding principle and a strategic tool to expand its influence. The United States used its ideology of liberal democracy and capitalism to counter Soviet expansion. This clash of ideas shaped global alliances, conflicts, and policies throughout the Cold War era, leaving a lasting impact on the world we live in today.